Sometimes when we're working in Photoshop, we end up with a lot of layers. So I want to show in this video how you can clean up your layers panel a little bit. So if I take all of the ellipses, I'm going to select the first ellipse. I'm going to hold my control key so I can get other ellipse layers that aren't adjacent to the one I'm selecting. And then I can just drag them to this little folder icon and they become a group, and I can name them ellipses. So now with the whole group, I can turn the layer visibility off for the folder and all of the ellipses are hidden. I can expand the folder here, see how they're indented and when you compare them to the rectangles. You can also create a layer group before, like if I just click this here and set it up for my rectangles, and then I can actually drag them one at a time and put them in. This is a little bit more time consuming. I can also control click these other two. I didn't spell rectangle right, but that doesn't really matter. And put them in that folder. Now all of my rectangles are inside the rectangles. So another thing that's nice about when you create these folder groups is if I decide to move all of my rectangles, in this case with my move tool active, I have an option here to move a layer or the group. So if I switch to group and I have my rectangle selected, all of my rectangles will move. If I want to move an individual layer, say for example the blue rectangle, I need to turn this selection to layer, and now I'm going to only move that particular layer. So the easiest thing to do, if you know you're going to have multiple things within your document, you can set up your folder groups first, or you can create them after the fact. And they do move as a group as well. So if I take all of my ellipses and I have group, I can move that whole group. And again, same idea here. If I want to move just one of these ellipses or even transform, so if I have the group selected and I do a Control T, you'll notice I'm resizing that entire group. If I want to isolate a particular layer, let me undo that. Say for example, just the yellow circle, I'd go to Layer, and now when I Control T, I'm only going to adjust the size of that one layer.